Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is November 18th, 2023, and this is my weekly market review. I'm reviewing the NASDAQ 100 on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation. As we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading. So please check with your financial advisor, please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. Get educated. Let me just jump right over here. Take a quick look at the big picture. The big picture, everything looks good in green. Like I said, the NASDAQ is my bull, and it is on its way up to make yearly highs and probably all-time highs by the end of the year. But let's zoom on in here and let's take a quick look at this quarterly chart and see what we see and all. On this quarterly chart, as we can see, we almost made a yearly high here. What's this high here? This high is 1662. I'll just leave it at that. This right here was 1649. So next week, we will probably be making all-time highs with Black Friday holiday week coming up. I expect that on the NASDAQ. That's what I see here. My stochastic is still kind of supporting that it made a nice, my stochastic is still just been slowly drifting up and all. Like I said, it's kind of like one of those things where it's just saying, hold on, we're coming. But let's go ahead and drop down and take a look at the monthly chart and see what we see here. On this monthly chart, we got to pull back, like I said, I was saying before. The NASDAQ had got pretty extended. It came right back down to the 10 to the 9 moving average and did exactly what we expected to do. It gave us a nice bounce. I did get long, but of course I did get out early. I'm not in that trade anymore at all, but I made my money. And it's me, I'm the type, once we get to a top, I expect it to drop and all. And it's been kind of still chugging along. And on the larger picture, I could be managing my trades a little bit better than what I do and all. But I'm the type, I like just taking my money and using my money and trading, making additional trades and making additional money based on what I have. It's best to have cash to trade instead of, just sitting out there, and it's not for me. There are some positions you probably should sit out there and do no trade recommendation. Let's get back to the review. Again, on the monthly picture, we are bullish and we are going higher. The next week, I expect us to break all-time. I won't say all-time highs, but we're going to probably come pretty close. That's only 100. That's less than 100 points. Less than 1,000. That's 1,000 points away. But we know in 10 days, the NASDAQ can be there. And all. So that's why I'm saying definitely by the end of the year, I do see the NASDAQ making all-time highs. Definitely probably by the end of the month, which is just next week, I expect the NASDAQ to make yearly highs. But let's go ahead and take a quick look at the weekly chart and see what we see here. And I'm looking at a future contract. It doesn't really matter if I'm looking. I usually look at QQQ. But when the NASDAQ is running, boom, 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 I like looking at the future contracts and all. So based on what I'm seeing here right now, as you can see, the stochastic gave us a nice sharp turnaround, and it's almost back at the top already. But as we know, this thing can get at the top and go sideways, and this market can keep climbing. So again, get used to seeing that with the stochastic. Get where you have some additional indicators, contact us here at Right Side Trading. We can give you some training. We can talk about what we do, and we can introduce you to some other ways of actually seeing how this market moves. But as you can see on this weekly chart, it was a great week, another great week. It came to it again, this R2 level. Couldn't break that, around 1620 something, 1627 I'm looking at. And it came back down and closed below at R2 level, which is kind of lining up with what we saw in some of the other markets and all. But we are at a top. I hate trading at a top. That's why I'm no longer holding anything at this time. And I prefer to just intra-week swing or do intraday day trades at this time. But let's go ahead and look down at the daily chart and wrap this on up and see how this last week went. I'm going to zoom in here quite a bit. And as you can see, we had a nice pattern back here, bullish looking pattern. Had a hard time getting above this candle here, but then once it did get above this red candle, this market did take off. This is a couple of weeks back, and that's when it, again, but then once you get up here near tops, and your stochastic is at a top, you start seeing red, it starts making me nervous and all. That's just the way I am. And all. But then the market does continue to run. It kind of stopped here, as we can see, on a weekly R2 level also. So again, this R2 level was actually pretty strong here, just below 16,000 and all. And that's all I really want to share. I do actually see this market is actually doing another base and probably getting ready to rally again to the upside. All you got to do is no trade recommendation, but I see the market basing. It can, the only thing we can expect here, it can continue basing, or it's going to rally again, or it's going to drop. But based on how this NASDAQ has been going, it's a higher probability that it's going to rally before it drops. And that's all I really want to share. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys are having a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.